What's up, guys? Mega Matt here with another pickups video for the month of July. I did get a lot of garage sale pickups. However, I traded them in for a gem that you'll see at the end of the video. It'll be the last game I show, and you'll understand why I traded most of the stuff in. But garage sale wise, I did find I found a Super Nintendo with some games. Nothing too crazy, but you know, like Super Mario Worlds and that. I'm trying to think what else. I think I found an N64 with a couple games. Traded that in. I did find this, and it's kind of. I wasn't expecting to see. It's this game at a garage sale. It's for the Nintendo Switch, which I do not own a Switch yet. I plan on getting one. I'm kind of holding out. Hopefully that if they make a Breath of the Wild 2, they do like a special edition Nintendo Switch. Or I'm just kind of waiting for a special edition Switch. And, you know, I'm not in a big hurry. There's really nothing on there that I really want to play. I mean, there's games I want to play on it, but there's nothing I really want, and you know, that I can't play on another system. But getting into that, but lady had this game marked for 10. I asked if she could do 5. She said 7, but this is a Cave Story for the Nintendo Switch. It's kind of cool because it comes with a mini soundtrack and like a full manual, which is cool because you don't see that in new games. But I mean, the cartridge itself is tiny. I mean, most of you probably know the Switch, the newest system, the Switch. So, but that is all I have for garage sale pickups for now. And like I said, I traded most of it in. You'll find out at the end of the video once we get to the end of the video. But moving on to thrift store, Goodwills. I did find some stuff at Goodwills too. Thrift stores, like some PS2 games. I think a couple Wii games or a couple GameCube games. You know, nothing crazy that I ended up having to trade in as well. But I found this at a Goodwill, and I wasn't even gonna pick it up until I opened it up. But this is R-Racing Evolution for the GameCube, and it's a Namco title. I opened it up and I thought it was like the wrong game, but I looked it up and it turns out Pac-Man Versus comes with this game. Only on the GameCube, obviously, because Pac-Man Versus only came out on the GameCube. But I wasn't expecting to see that in there, and I thought it was like a miss. You know, somebody just threw that in there accidentally, but I looked it up online, and yeah, I guess this came with it. It doesn't even, what's crazy is it doesn't even say anywhere that Pac-Man Versus is included. I mean, it's like you just had to know, or you just bought it, and it was just kind of like a surprise. It's kind of weird. I've been wanting Pac-Man Versus anyway. You can get Pac-Man Versus with Pac-Man World 2, I believe, on the GameCube. However, the only problem with it is it's not a black label GameCube game. It's a Greatest Hits yellow label. It only comes in the yellow label. You cannot get a black label version of that. And all my GameCube games are black label. I have no yellow label games. The one game I had was Pikmin 2, and I traded it in because it was just driving me nuts. It's like my OCD. So anyway, let's see. Oh, I picked this up. This was a Let Go find or OfferUp find. Box is kind of beat up, but you do not see this often, and it's 100% complete. It comes with a microphone and the game and everything, but this is the big box version of Mario Party 7, and tape is kind of coming off, which took the box off. There's kind of a tear on the side, but I mean, it's all there and it's all complete, so I can't complain. And I think she only wanted like 20, 25 bucks for it, so that's pretty good for this. Um, I had to drive to Janesville to get that, which isn't that bad, but um, anyway, moving on. Let's see. I got this was actually a pretty nice score as well. This was on Let Go. Guy had just listed this, and he was only asking $25 for this. It's a Game Boy Color, and there's a bunch of box games with it. I saw this right away, and I messaged him. I was at work, and I messaged him right away, and I was like, dude, if you hold this for me, I'll give you 50 bucks for this. And he's like, okay, yeah, that's great. He's like, he was surprised that I was offering him 50 bucks. But it was like around like lunchtime, so like around 11, and I get out of work at like 4:30, so I said I'd meet him like right after around 5 o'clock, and I said I'd give him 50 bucks, and he was cool with that, so he took the posting down and everything, so that super lucky I got it. I mean, yeah, I could have got this for dirt cheap, but I probably wouldn't have. I probably would have lost it if I didn't offer him the extra 50 bucks. So what came with it was a nice, clean purple GameCube. I don't know why you can't really see that. It's kind of dark, isn't it? There we go. There it is. Yeah. Purple GameCube. In the back of it was a loose copy of Mortal Kombat 2. This does have the battery. This has like a little carrying case on it. The battery cover is on here. It's all original, so that's nice. But the reason I got this was because of the games that came with it. These are all boxed, all 100% complete. A couple of these I do have to test out for reasons, but we'll get to that. Probably the least desirable one is Madden 2002, but complete in box. Box is in nice shape. This one I've never seen. Zebco Fishing. I do not know anything about this game. It's one of those games where the cartridge is a little bit longer because I think it has a battery in it for might rumble or something. As well as this game as well. I've never heard of this game either. 10-pin bowling. Actually, it says right on there. Well, it says on this one. Includes rumble features. So, yeah, it's one of those longer Game Boy cartridges that takes a battery. But this box is a little beat up. You can see that on the top there, but not too bad. And then these last three, it's just this make it up for the whole lot itself. I have never seen this game. Have never seen this game loose. I didn't even know it existed. I don't know if it's any good, but it goes for a decent amount of money, complete in box. But we have for the Game Boy Color, Spawn. Never played Spawn on the Game Boy Color or anything, so doesn't look too bad. I don't know if it's any good or graphic wise, it's the Game Boy Color. But then these last two games, and hopefully the save batteries work. But if they don't, I do have backup save batteries. I just need to borrow a soldering gun from probably Greg, or he can actually help me do this. Replace the batteries. There's a video of me and him that did this with a couple of these games, replacing the batteries. So that hasn't given it away yet. But this is the reason I jumped on this like right away. But we have a complete in box copy of Pokemon Red, and it's in pretty nice shape. This has all these games have all the manuals and the inserts and all that. And Pokemon Yellow complete in box. I mean, these games alone, go for 20 bucks each, and then let alone with the boxes. I mean, you're talking at least 70, 80 bucks a piece, including that Spawn game. So I mean, that was just for $50. That was totally worth it. I couldn't believe that guy that he was a younger kid. I can't believe he held that stuff for me. So he was very, very happy, and I'm very happy. So I guess it was a good deal overall. Next, I got some new stuff. I got a new system for my collection. I saw this online, and I thought to myself I wasn't gonna pre-order it, and I thought to myself, well, I better pre-order this because it's probably gonna sell out. I don't think it is sold out everywhere yet. It is a GameStop exclusive system. I have seen it at GameStops after it's been released, but I don't think there's too many left. But this is a new 2DS, but this is the Link Between Worlds Special Edition, and it has the however you say that, Hylian shield. God, I'm gonna get so much hate for that. But it's awesome. It kind of sticks up there. It's kind of like 3D at the top there, the Triforce and that. Really, really cool system. I don't know if I've opened it, I've looked at it, I've not turned it on or anything. I might just keep this for the collection. I don't even know if I'm going to use it or not, just because I'll be afraid I'm going to scratch it up, because it's such a beautiful system. Unless I could find maybe a case for it, a plastic protective case to put over it. But I got that, and of course I had to get a Mega Man game because, you know, I love Mega Man. No, this actually came out. Didn't pre-order this, but I kind of figured I could find it anywhere. But this is the Mega Man X Legacy Collection on the PlayStation 4, 1 and 2. It's got every X game on there. And they're both disc, but as you can see, it's missing one because that's what's in my PlayStation 4 right now. I've been playing the heck crap out of that, along with Bloodborne too, which I did beat recently, so I'll be playing a lot more of this. Moving on, let's see, 2 game store grabs is all I have left. Yeah. So this game, I wasn't going to pick it up. It was only like $5, I think. I have the receipt in here. Yeah, $6. I was going to pick it up for my friend TJ Kitsune, but apparently he didn't want it. But by the time I messaged him and by the time he got back to me, I already bought it. So I just was like, for $6. I don't know, I might keep it, who knows. But this is the Art of Fighting anthology. Doesn't go for too much money, but it's got Art of Fighting 2, and the Path of the Warrior. So I've played, I think, one of these games. They're fun, but I don't know if I'd really buy this. But it was only $6, so I can't really complain. This game, which was actually featured on the YouTuber called Metal Jesus Rocks. Metal Jesus does these hidden gem videos if you're not familiar with them. And it seems like he takes a system and he picks out like 10 or 15 games, and the ones and he thinks that these are like, no, not popular, they're obscure kind of hidden gems. He did a video and I bought this like a week before, and this game was on the list, and every time he does one of these videos, it seems like the game goes up in value. This one hasn't gone up too much in value yet. I mean, it still might. But this is a Wii game. It is an Atlus game. Atlus is such a desirable company. There's people that are just going for just Atlus games. But this is see, I'm going to butcher this. Shiren the Wanderer. It's like a samurai game you go around. I have not played this yet, but it looks pretty fun. I think it was like $20, and I think it goes for around 50, so half off. Then you know, before I got the last game I'm going to show you before, I got that Game Boy bundle. My game store, some guy came in, was getting rid of his like complete collection. He had a lot of PlayStation 1 titles. He had a ton of PlayStation 2 stuff. It's kind of funny because I was there when the guy brought the stuff in, and I got to look at what first. I kind of had first pick, even though I probably shouldn't have had first pick of what all the games that were there. But he had some good stuff, stuff you don't normally see. But I got 4 PlayStation 1 games from this lot. They weren't cheap by any means, but we'll just get right into them. I picked up Final Doom because I'm told that this game is actually better than the original Doom. I'm not sure if this has like the original Doom on it, or if this is like a what do you call it? Cleaned up copy of the original Doom. I'm not 100% sure on that. It looks like Doom 1. I mean, by the back, it doesn't really say or anything, but I was told a while ago that actually if I find Final Doom, I should pick it up. So I picked it up. It was like, that was probably the cheapest one out of all these. This game, oh man, I was looking for this for a while, and I can't believe I found this, came across it. Complete. I found this loose a lot. I've never found the manual for it, but this was 100% complete. It was in nice shape. It's X-Men versus Street Fighter for the PlayStation 1 Capcom title, so happy to add that. And then these last two are a couple shooters. The first one is not a very desirable title. Well, it was, and then it went down in value, because this game I think used to be around $100, but it's gone down tremendously. I don't know why. But this is R-Type. This is a R-Type game. It's called R-Types. I not, like I said, I have not played these yet. I'm not sure. This is a taking on. Okay, so it's like R-Type 1 and R-Type 2. It's like it's like if they combined the two. That's what this game is, I guess. Like I said, I haven't played it yet, but then the last game was a beautiful cover art. It's by Working Designs, which does amazing cover art and artwork. Another shooter, another desirable shooter. Just awesome game in general. Hard as hell, like any other shooter. But yeah, as I'm stalling here, trying to think of what to say here. It's got like a foil cover on it, but this is Thunder Force 5 Projects. Perfect System. But I don't know if you guys can see on the camera how it's kind of like got that tint to it and everything, that nice flashy foily design. And they do like, they print stuff on their discs too, like make their discs like colorful too. Working Designs just does that. That was the company that they were. I'm not sure if they're still around. I don't think they are. But we're down to the last game. So like I said in the beginning of the video, I found a lot of like stuff at garage sales and Goodwills, thrift stores. Traded this in buddy of mine that works at my game store. Took a picture of this and sent it to me. He was gonna buy it, but then he didn't realize how much I wanted it. This is like, I would have never thought I would ever come across this, or yet, you know, let alone buy it or have it for my collection. It was not cheap by any means. Probably the second biggest game I've bought from that game store. That's been a lot of money, but I used all trade bait, so I used all stuff I bought, like I said, from garage sales and stuff. So I didn't pay like full retail for this game. I probably paid around half for it if I were to take a gander. But this is a GameCube game. It is the GameCube bundle that came out, this game came with it. And it's the very last game that came with a GameCube bundle. There's 2 games in one. What's really crazy about what's stupid about this game is it's 2 games. They're on 2 separate discs, so there's 2 individual games. There's 2 separate manuals, and you can buy these games singly. Like you can buy the first game with the manual and the disc, and the second game with the manual disc, and it's the exact same thing. The only difference is the artwork that came with this, and I don't know why. Maybe because it's the last, like I said, the last GameCube game that came with the last GameCube bundle that was ever released. But this was the last. Actually, I'll show it first. So we have the 2-pack of Metroid Prime and Zelda Wind Waker, and as you can see, the discs is just a Metroid Prime disc and a Wind Waker disc. And the manuals are 2 separate manuals. It's just a Metroid Prime manual and a Wind Waker manual. The thing that is different is just the artwork. And that's the only reason that this game is worth so much stupid money. It's freaking crazy. I cannot believe that this came into my game store, and I can't believe that I'm actually holding it because I never thought I would ever have this game in my collection. This is the last Zelda game I needed for the GameCube. I have every variant Zelda game on the GameCube. So every Zelda game that came out on the GameCube I now have. So that means subset complete. And that's it. That's all I got this month. Pretty crazy haul, if you ask me. Probably one of the best hauls I've had in a while. But yeah, that last game, I just couldn't believe it when I finally did the transaction and was holding it, walking out of the store with it. I was just ecstatic. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. All that good stuff. And until I see you guys next time, take care.